Greetings Aquarians, hey, welcome and thank you for joining me. This is your October reading for 2019, and that was an introduction using sound meditation, and that's a wild storm going on in the background. This is the heart chakra bowl, and inside it sits this beautiful crystal. This is a celestite crystal, beautiful soft hues of blue with wonderful connection to the celestial realm, the skies, the heavens. Now, today is the 9th of the 9th of 19, and I thought this was an awesome day to do some readings. There seems to be a lot of power in the air, literally, as a massive thunderstorm rolls overhead. This particular crystal is very large to have in the small bowl, but it seems as though it was a little bit difficult to get it going. And given that this crystal energy is so connected to the celestial, it's also connected to the blue ray energy, which is connected to Archangel Michael. So the blue ray, represents protection, faith, courage and strength. So some of you may be in need of clearing these areas for yourself in October, because the fact that the heart chakra bowl was a little bit difficult to get going. This beautiful celestial crystal in the heart bowl may help to clear any of those blockages in those areas you're having, or any problems around the subject matter that I've just mentioned, such as protection, faith, courage or strength. So remember, they come in many different capacities and forays. So Archangel Michael is highly linked to this blue ray energy, obviously to the celestial realm, which is what this beautiful crystal is, and also to the heart. Michael is a great protector as well. So with that in mind, I feel as though you guys are in for quite a deep or moody type of reading that's coming on, given the energies that are around. I also just picked up Enzo before, who a lot of you will know had a really bad health scare a couple of months ago, and he had become a little bit of an anxious cat, although he does have a lot of vision back now. But as the thunderstorm was rolling in, he just had a sudden bout of really intense anxiety, and he actually even clawed me and bit me, which is very, very uncommon for him. So there's something charged in the air. There's some sort of particles coming in. Now this could be for today, the 9th of the 9th, and of course not all of you are going to listen to this recording on that day, but the charged particles are coming through, sweeping in some sort of new energy as we roll through September and into October. So with that in mind, let's see what is going to show up for you guys in your reading. I have adopted a new style of shuffling. It's still a little bit individual, just as I am, but I have noticed that we do get more jumpers coming through. These are a full deck of tarot cards, and they are based on, or they center around using the chakra system as well. So each card can represent a different chakra area of the body. So let's see, this is for Aquarius for October 2019. What's in store for them, and what would they need to listen to or to be interpreting, or what messages are most important for them? First out jumper was the Queen of Cups. Now this could literally represent a person in your life, and she may well be a water sign person. So let's just see if we can get some more information pertaining to why she might be here. Another cup card. So, oh, that's what I meant to say. I had written down a whole lot of messages for you before I started your video, and the main thing that came out was that because October is a month of, it's a watery month, there's watery energies around, we're moving into Scorpio, which is all about emotions anyhow. You guys got the message watery energy, so something about water, and it said emotions. Now it said, these were the messages that I got for you. It said, be in control and be in charge of your emotions. Don't let others set the pace for whatever emotional energy or relationships or anything that you're going through in October. So it's important for you guys to take the charge in October. It feels as though other people might try to steamroll something or override something. What else did there come in? Yeah, for some of you the word shift came up, and I wonder if it will turn up in any of these cards as well. But it could have been a shift as in moving, so moving house, moving to somewhere else, acquiring a new home, or going somewhere temporarily on a holiday, or staying in another home or residence. And it could also have meant money management somehow plays a role in this. And it talked a little bit about, when I said before, your emotions are on a high roll, that they're rolling along and they need this balance or they need this control. Somehow money management was fitting into the perspective of emotions and shifting. So for some of you, money, emotions and shift all play a key role and are linked together somehow. So given that the first two cards that jumped out by themselves are both cups, one is the Queen of Cups and one is the Ace of Cups, already we're in the emotional realm for October. So there's some high energy, heightened awareness around your emotional state. Often we associate emotions with relationships, but remember too, we have a relationship with ourselves primarily. So this could be regarding yourself, or it could be about other people. Now, interestingly enough, the Ace of Cups is very often considered an extremely benevolent, positive card. So it's a beautiful one to receive in your reading, and so early in your reading. It's also about a foray into the realm of emotions and sometimes love, sometimes the state of euphoric or bliss-inducing love. This could be with the self or the soul, but it could be with another self or soul, meaning it could be someone like this Queen of Cups. So for some of you, you may meet someone. This could be a very deep, passionate relationship, or it could be a very, I wasn't meaning to say gifted, but that's what's coming out of my lips. A gifted relationship, and I'm thinking here too that it could be associated with money or moving or shifting as well. Let's go a little bit deeper into this and see what comes up. This is for Aquarius for October. The Three of Wands. I do get things in a little bit of a mess, you can see that, but I am a little bit unique in how I do everything really. There's the Lovers popped out, and we've just talked about, for some of you sensing some sort of deep union or bliss state. I think you had this in September for your reading about twin flame energy. I'm doing this reading in September, so what I do find is when I engage in readings, they quite often become activated from the time of the reading. So we're still talking about twin flame energy or ignition of deep soulmate relationships, or some sort of turn in your own life where you become more closely connected with the spiritual or with your own soul journey. You know, the meanings of these can be very, very deep, and when we look at a card, we can be forgiven for oversimplifying the meanings behind it or the way they interweave through our life. But those three there are very passionate and very convoluted together. Notice too, if you like, there's there's a violet ray there, there's the purple or mauve ray, and there is the orange border or ray here. So these are the chakra points that they are addressing or activating without or within the body as well. So this is the third eye, this is the sacral chakra where we find our creative forces, and this is the crown chakra, the sahasrara, right up here in the top of the head, where we connect with the all that is and understand knowledge that comes to us. Notice as well we've received the Princess of Cups, so more emotions in here. So lots of something is stirring your emotional being and your emotional body in this month of October, but I'm also suggesting this is happening throughout September. So something is, as I said, is coming in the air. There is particles or something that is creating a change or a feeling of change or initiation or some form of activity. This can be a business relationship or coupling as well. So some of you could be looking at businesses or co-creative works with other people in your career sector or within a business structure or even within a community, and it could be like a blessed or very successful or profitable endeavor that is being undertaken at this point. And we come to the next card out, more of the purple ray up in the crown chakra, and this is the card of 6 of coins. This is all about giving and receiving. It's the cycle of giving and receiving. Sometimes when this card is around, you can be on the receiving end, and at other times you are giving out. Now, it's not always just about money, but it can be a benevolent sign of money coming in terms of something like an inheritance or a loan or a gifting given to you. If you are the person giving out, you may be giving out to some of these people over here who have emotionally connected with you one way or another. It's a beautiful card to receive because it says we are on the cycle of life and that life is flowing, that we know it never stops, and that everything is continually evolving, changing and growing. So there's a lot of potential growth within these cards that have all pulled themselves together. And then we had the 3 of Wands, so a totally different color palette coming in now, and this is the solar plexus area of the body, right about through here. And this is where we obtain our strength, our courage, which we talked about before with the words that had come through with the blue ray energy. It is also where we connect with our gut instinct in life, and where we find if we're following our path, and we get messages and answers to questions through our gut instinct when you question something that's going on. But this is a really positive perspective of it. It's also a card of community and being with a group of people, and we've had these people turn up in your reading over here with this deep bond of connection through the Lovers. This card also represents always in the readings a deep bonding connection, sometimes with females. Sometimes it's called the sisterhood card, where you get this amazing support and love and respect, honor and trust and faith through friendships that really hold you together and help bring about a wonderful sense of community and support. Now, sometimes when this card turns up, you can be attending events or meeting with these people for various reasons. So if you may be meeting with 3 feminine type people who somehow are involved with this cycle of give and take, who have enmeshed themselves emotionally with you, who are either there to support you or who are in need of your support. And remember the message at the beginning of the reading, which said be in control and in charge of your emotions and don't let others set the pace. So there could be some pressure on you in the month of October, either demands one way or another from others requesting your services or possibly your money or time. Or you could be the one, as I suggested, setting the pace and asking for the input. So with that in mind, let's see what's in store with this deck here. This is for Aquarius for October 2019. What did we get out there? Vegetarian and vacuum away fear. So the vegetarian obviously is quite a clear message. We don't probably need to go into that too much, other than to say that eating healthily really fuels us. It fuels our body, mind and soul, and there could be something very beneficial for you guys. Some of you may be needing to look at a dietary change. Some of you might find it's a big positive impact on your health. Some of you may have recently decided to make some changes in your physical health regime, and this might be a positive message coming because of that. You know, you might go, wow, yeah, I think that is the message I need to be uplifting. When we go into a vegetarian type diet, we can often enlighten our bodies in other perspectives as well. Because we're not eating anything that's been killed, like animal meat, which has been often killed in a state of fear, then you're vacuuming fear out of your body and you're bringing in a more balanced and enhanced energy. So sometimes eating foods that are healthy for us and aren't at the cause of suffering from something else that has died because of it, then we can also enrich and increase our spiritual awareness and activation as well. So these two might be tied together in suggesting to you that by enriching your diet with vegetarian or vegan type foods or supplements, you will find an increased aura or sense of presence, and you might alleviate anxiety or fear or worry that's been around you. Also, it says call upon archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from your surroundings, the situation, and everyone involved. Now, remember at the beginning I said we were calling on the blue ray light, which is represented often by Archangel Michael. So Michael has indeed turned up for you, both through the celestial crystal that was in the reading in the beginning, and now with his own presence here. And he seems to be giving some sort of illumination around the head area, which to me represents feeling a little bit more calm or reducing anxiety or fear. If some of you have been trapped in a fear or anxiety-based situation, you can ask him for support and help. You can make the contact with the celestial realm. You could purchase yourselves some of this beautiful celestite crystal and put it in your bedroom, for instance. Little bits of it sometimes drop off, and not often, but they're coming off the crystal right now as if they're coming into your reading. So it's kind of like a little gift. This is very good to put beside your bed at night. It is very good for relieving tension when sleeping, so it helps to bring in calmer sleep, and it also helps to reduce nightmares as well. So it might be really benevolent for you in terms of helping along those lines, and a little bit more of crystal are just coming off as I'm talking. So these crystals that break off the master one have got their own energetic flow and reason for being, a little bit like we do in life when we kind of break free from habits or situations that bind us, but we're still whole even though we break free from a certain pathway and head off in our new direction. So we might see one more from within here for you. This is for Aquarius for October. There's quite a lot that have come out, so we'll work through what we have here. We see parents. The divine truth is your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels, so we're back with the angels again, are helping you to heal from any pain associated around your mother or father. So for some of you, there may have been some disassociation or lack of positive relationship flow around parents. Now for others of you, this may be grandparents. Some of you may have recently lost a parent or a grandparent, and this card often turns up when they are talking from the spirit or celestial realm, so that their energies are still around you, saying that they wish to offer support and love for you, and that love never dies, because even though it leaves this realm, or that we think it does, because we can no longer see them per se, the love is eternal, and the love is the energy that is the spirit world, and that is light, so it always stays. So for some of you, this is a message of love from passed over parents who wish to let you know that they do love you, and they're with you, and they're watching your journey of life evolve. For others, this is an apology to say, and it's interesting because this card came out last month, and I'm not sure who had it. I'm not sure if it was you guys or not, but someone had the parent card, and it was definitely an apology to say, I'm sorry I wasn't doing the best job. So yeah, for some it is a message from parents just saying they're sorry for maybe their lack of connection or lack of support or lack of understanding, often primarily is the problem. But when we come to understand that they do the very best they can and that their life path was theirs or is theirs, for those of you who still have parents who are with you and who perhaps are not necessarily understanding what you're going through or able to support you in the way that you would like, we have to realize that even though our own life path is ours individually and we would like this and this to happen, or we would like others to support us in this way and that way, you can't change another person. You can't change how they work or how they think or feel. It is entirely up to them to manufacture that end point. But there's no doubt that there's a message here for a lot of you from parents or possibly grandparents acknowledging love and support, or perhaps apologizing for a lack of both of those criteria or factors or emotions, which we've had so much of in the beginning. Cancel, clear and delete. I think this is Michael again coming in. So it's telling you to, well, it says here, use positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of any past negative thinking. So this mood that's coming with October, this energy that's flowing through, that I think gives you the opportunity to step into the direction that you want to take yourself with your own emotional integrity and strength, is suggesting to you cancel out any fears or worries or thoughts of lack of success that you may have entertained in the past. And this could be in any area, including a lack of success around business or relationships or health modalities. Again, because these are general readings, it's going to be different for each of you where this particularly pings or where the message seems to make sense. But think positively and use positive thoughts. So if there's been a negative situation around you or something that's trapped you or held you down, this is the time to release it. And I think as we traverse through October, we will find that the energies are becoming more and more heightened, and we are going through more and more open awareness and connectivity to so many different possibilities and energies. It sometimes becomes very hard to focus on the one direction or to pinpoint what we're actually feeling in the background. But there's plenty of opportunity here to move forward with a positive ambition and drive. And we're back here at the sort of, if you get nervous, focus on service. And this is very much like this one here, the 6 of coins, and also vacuuming away any fear that you may have had. And this one as well, telling you to focus on the positives and engage yourself in positive events or people or emotions, energies or outcomes. So for anyone in a stuck place or a stuck feeling or energy or position or situation or lack of creativity or lack of something, if these energies are taking control or taking charge, albeit your own or another person's divisiveness, then these are the message to focus on how to relieve it and move it out. Focus on the positives, focus on service. Now, service is helping others, and I've often found this to be a really wonderful way of relieving tension and anxiety. Anxiety is often very much an inward state of being, or depression even. It's when we are focused on ourselves. So by taking ourselves out of the picture a little bit and broadening or expanding our thoughts or directions, we dissolve or lower the frequency of thinking about ourselves and expand the thinking about other matter. And by the sheer act of doing that, we release anxiety and depression immediately. So that's what this message really is. It's about expanding out on service, on support and helping others. And perhaps the Six of Coins is a really good card to focus on for yourself in the month coming up. It may be that you are the giver in the month of October, and you give for others one way or another in this emotional energy that seems to be coming in, and maybe that's how it balances itself out in one way. So we will keep going, because I did think by using the cards that I have selected for you guys, because I think this month everyone will get a different mix of cards. These ones are also very powerful and intense. Let's see what's in store for Aquarius for October. The Goddess of Justice and the God of Conflict Resolution. So what seems an injustice is a blessing, and it says you are being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. And that really does focus, it's very much like this one. If you get nervous, focus on service. It's very similar to vacuum away any fear around a situation. Call on the celestial energies, call on the white light if you feel any fear at any time, if you are under any situations where there might be aggressiveness or people around that you are frightened of for one reason or another, to really act on moving these energies out and pulling the positive forces in. But the Goddess of Justice card talks to us very much about bringing things back into balance, and it's often a karmic type term, suggesting that justice may well be playing out in your arena and for your best advantage as a certain conflict or resolution is resolved, and it would generally bode to be in your favor. And I notice these stars up here, thinking of celestial input and energy coming from your helpers, your collective people or energies or spirit or community as well, that engage in supporting and helping you. It also might be where you get your ideas from and where you get your get up and go or desire to actually have some of these conflicts resolved one way or another. The conflict could very well be an inner conflict that you've been having with yourself, or it might be something, for some of you it could be work-related conflict, and for others it might be health, which took us right back to the very beginning when that vegetarian card turned up. You might be having a conflict within your own body or mind or soul, and it is being healed away and justice is taking place. It feels as though this reading is, although we've had a lot of people in here, because we started off on the emotional realm, the reading is, I think, less Aquarian than normal, because it's going deeper into the soul path or the soul journey. It feels at a much deeper connection than on the physical realm. It's as if something behind the scenes is making connections or happening or making clearing events or situations or karmic debt from the background energy. Well, we might look at one more, and with that perhaps we will go briefly back to the original tarot. And I think that is a beautiful one to finish with. And it did flip itself upside down, but the sun, regardless, it is a major arcana, and whether it comes out upright or not, it's still a very benevolent card. And again, she's holding her hands up to the celestial realm. We're back in with the mind, the thoughts of the mind up here in the crown chakra where we started off, the exact same card we started with. So the whole month for you is reverberating around your mind, your thoughts and your emotions, how you deal with them. It definitely is going back in time, reconnecting with karmic energies. For some of you it's family matters, and for some of you it's even parents or DNA or grandparents, siblings even. But it's denoting that there is a period or an opportunistic energy flow coming in, which is what we've talked about from the beginning, that will take you forward and enable freedom and growth and ideas and opportunities. It's the new birthing of something is what the sun represents. It's extremely powerful. None of us could live here on the planet without the sun's energy and input. And so as she holds her hand up to the sun, she is absorbing all that powerful positive energy and helping her to make the decisions on moving forward. And with that charges in these activated power animals coming toward her with energy and drive and passion as well. For some of you, this can also represent this either confirmation of love or deep connection of love or romance, or the awakening of or the deepening of bonds or connections that already exist. Sometimes this card is also about fertility. So fertility of ideas, concepts, products, businesses, and fertility around pregnancies as well. So there you are, Aquarians. I think you've had a very beautiful, special reading. There's been a lot of amazing energy going on in the background while your reading's been taking place on a pretty powerful day. So I do hope that you have a wonderful October ahead with the energies or with the messages that have come for you within this reading, and you are able to discern your way through them and pick out which are the most relevant or the most important. Then you should be in fine spirits for taking yourself ahead as we move into 2020, which is also a very powerful year that's coming. So thank you again, guys, for joining the channel and for subbing and pushing the notification button. And I wish you all much wonderful sunshine, love in your life. Take care. Namaste.